Hello everyone, my name is Haley Wynn, and today I'm doing my persuasive speech. The topic that I've chosen to talk about today is why I believe that minimum wage should be raised. How many of us have worked a minimum wage job? Most of us can say that they have. The minimum wage in most states is $7.25 an hour, and Oklahoma is unfortunately one of those states. How can we even buy ourselves a meal at a fast food restaurant at this rate? We can't. It's so low and the minimum wage must be raised. As a college student and a minimum wage worker, I found myself asking why I wasn't having any money left over after paying for bills or gas or just to eat sometimes at night. And after doing some research, the answer was quite simple. The minimum wage doesn't even compare to the inflation that we're dealing with today. So I've chosen to talk about this topic today because it relates to me personally. So there are 3 points that I want to talk about today. The first one is the numbers compared to minimum wage and what we pay in our day-to-day life. The second one is poverty because of minimum wage. And the third one is how minimum wage plays a role on a person's mental health and on their day-to-day life. So with that being said, let's get into our first point. And talk about how we don't even get paid enough to pay for our bills. So if a person works 40 hours a week, which is a full-time rate, as most would say, at $7.25 an hour, that is only $280 a week, or you can say $1,100 a month. And this is even before taxes are taken out. And according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, as of 2021, the average rent cost was about $1,100 a month. So you're working a full-time job just to pay for your rent, and sometimes you don't even have it after taking out your taxes. This is a problem, and this is not okay. We can't even provide rent, then how are we supposed to pay for gas, expensive medical bills, or even just food on the table? The simple answer is we can't. These two factors play hand in hand together, and this is a huge problem, and it can also affect a person's personal health. This is a problem that must be solved. So the second thing that I want to talk about today is poverty. Poverty is a huge problem in the United States today, and it's only continuing to get worse as I talk right now. We are the wealthiest country in the world, but yet we have the highest poverty rate. Nearly 40 million people are in poverty as of today. And the minimum wage has been the same since 2009. That is almost 13 years. So, according to the Department of Economic and Social Affairs, if workers make on average about $15 an hour, then around 8 million people will be out of poverty in just that first year. And as years go on, that's only going to continue to rise. So, how must we strive if these numbers aren't changed or passed? The answer is quite simple, as I've said before, we can't. So the last and final point that I want to talk about today is how minimum wage plays a toll on families and their mental health. Many people that are struggling or that are in poverty at making this minimum wage rate are having to work 2 different jobs. So they're having to go in the morning and then get off and then go in the afternoon and work all night. When doing so, this is taking away time from their family, their friends, and most people have kids, so this is even taking time away from their kids. This may not seem like a big problem, but according to the Fair's Food Organization, when doing so, there is a higher divorce rate because people aren't getting that one-on-one time with their spouse and having that time to communicate or just be there present with each other, because at night they're coming home and just going to sleep and hardly ever seeing each other. Or some people may be working 2 different schedules for work, so they don't ever see each other. Because many people feel as if they come home and it's just empty at home. So this is why many people feel this way. And not only is divorce rate higher, but also the suicide rate is higher for those working more than one job or working at a minimum wage rate. And the reason for this is because people don't get to have the extra things like maybe the nicer pair of shoes or just a family vacation. They're literally working their life away. That's all they know. They don't know anything else, so they feel as if their life only revolves around work and there is no other thing at the end of the tunnel, or they feel like this is all their life consists of, and they're not happy or content with that. To me personally, this has to be the biggest point of all 3 that I have talked about today, And if many people don't understand that this is a problem, then I truly don't believe anybody can see it any other way. So as you can see, minimum wage can define a lot of different aspects, and business owners and even bigger companies must realize this, especially the higher up people, because minimum wage can affect a person, and not just like them financially, but also them like as a human being. So this must be a problem that must be solved in the United States and other countries as well. So I hope that you can see minimum wage needs to be changed, and we must be the change for that. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a great and safe Thanksgiving. Bye, guys.